Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. David, Genya, and I open our broadcasts every week with this opening, and I keep recalling David's words from this past Friday when he painted the picture of a revolving door that we all know so well. Mm. We dream heaven on earth, and all we have to do is exit our circling. The world manufactures revolving doors, and that is why the Advancement Center was created. A virtual location here on earth for all who know there is so much more. There's so much more life than we are being allowed to see. So I say, welcome to the new world, the world of magic and miracles. These words are filled with love of life itself. And we have been blessed with messages from the source. This past Thursday, a dream of mine came true, and I woke to see Robert handwriting in his book. Now, he hasn't written by hand for 5 years, and I was deeply honored to record the message and send it out. And we were showered with words of joy and celebration from everyone. Now, please let me know that you would love to be included in receiving these messages. And there are more. Here are some responses that touched me deeply. Here's one. Yeah, your writing today is extraordinary. There is so much in it, and the power that came through when you handwrite is transforming all the molecular structures of matter here on earth. Absolute brilliance. And then there's another one that is captured over here. You see, the reason these words are so important, because every time someone is speaking the words of truth, of knowing, the new world is brought more in focus and brighter and closer to be visible by more and more. And here is one that thrilled us. Brilliant, Robert, just brilliant. So clear and filled with simplicity that everyone can benefit from. Access a consciousness that accepts the impossible, that lets you release the flow to its natural rhythm and take off and fly. That's for you. The barrier has been crossed. The bindings have been broken. It is time to fly. The description of the impact of the unknown becoming known in order for the new world to become the primary reality is so clear. the radio station example, and a description of the new world and the old world existing in the same place at the same time. Wow, the door is now open wide, and it is time to step through and deliver what would have seemed ridiculous before this moment. The new world. Thank you. Every time there's this recognition deep within your being, it reverberates and it must be spoken. And as I said before, that's why the Advancement Center is located within your easy hearing. And that reaches way out into space as well as all around the globe. Yeah. Wow. Those words really usher in the new world more and more. And now I have a little note for myself. It says, read from your journal. So here it goes, because Simeon is right there with us. He wrote this yesterday. Dearest Barbara, your presence on earth has always been to assist in bringing the message to the people. You lived this message every time you care for another or used your creative talents, all the while following your spirit right to Robert's doorstep, dear step, halfway around the world and on the diagonal down to Australia. Now you can see the whole purpose of the Advancement Center as the clearly defined exit from the mental world to the new world of magic and miracles. Here's another wonderful response. He's kind of cheeky, ran right into my eye. And she wrote, beyond riches, beyond colors, beyond comprehension of the human mind in its totality, words are lost and feelings enhanced, uplifting, comforting, peaceful, serenity, exhilarating, powerful, and peaceful alchemy times 10. Imagination ignited from a new dimension, a new realm, an enormous clean slate from what we thought regarding the past and what we think regarding the future. Such freedom, such creativity, such love. With all-encompassing gratitude to you, Robert, your spirit to the pen has no bounds. And I say to these beautiful people, congratulations to you all. Every vocal expression is one step closer to the new world. Is there more? Oh, and then just this morning, I just missed a cue. 1 second while I retrace my wonderful steps here. Yes. Okay. There is an excerpt from that incredible writing that I feel should be shared again and for the first time with so many of you who are new to this wonder. And Robert wrote, as you look into the future, it will become obvious that your mind wants to be part of the exercise and virtually take over the flow. However, the flow will gradually take charge and enter its own particular rhythm to outdo the influence of the mind and bring you to a clarity that is way beyond the capabilities of the mind. Look now, and you will see beyond everything you know, even into events that are not connected to anything at the present time. This sensation will bring into focus all the events that can and will impact on your world in the near and distant future. Bring each and every event to the page and see what is revealed when you attempt to bring them into the physical. There is a natural reaction which stops the flow at this point and prevents the revelation of the unknown until it can find a connection in physical reality. This is where you are at liberty to follow the reaction or push ahead and break the binding that appears to be stopping the flow. I had to read that. That is from the first writing. Every word is important. And just this morning, I wrote to Simeon. I love to do that just before a broadcast. It was 8:28. And I said, dearest Simeon, the broadcast is almost here. In 3 hours, your presence in words is always so welcome. And he wrote, dearest Barbara, as you wrote those few words, Robert got up from writing, saying, it is finished. And it's not long. Would you like to transcribe it? He said. This is your life as you dreamed it to be. Just share your joy with your dearest friends. We love you all. Love, Simeon, your loving friend forever. So that's a message from Simeon to each and every one of you, because you are here, because you know. I give myself all these little, whatchamacallits. It's also very wonderful to know how each one of you arrived here now. I'm thinking of one conversation I had with Suzanne in Costa Rica yesterday. By the way, I'm on Telegram, and so is she, and I am so surprised. I could just phone her and she picks up the phone within seconds, and she's in Costa Rica, and it's a perfect, perfect connection. And we had a chat, and I just realized, I asked her, she and Elizabeth are in this beautiful retreat in Costa Rica. And I said, I don't even remember how we met. I feel like we've always known each other. And she said, well, there was a beginning, but we have always known each other. But there was a beginning, and that was your correspondence with Lilu Mace. She is an interviewer, and when I requested that she come here for an interview with Robert, I said, I know there are people out there somewhere on the globe that are looking for Robert. And with that, she said, okay. And all I remember, it was a June 15th. I don't remember what year, maybe 2015, 2016. At any rate, Elizabeth down in Costa Rica listened to Lilu Mace, got in touch with me, and we've been dearest friends ever since. In fact, it was Elizabeth who translated all of Robert's writing into Spanish. And then Suzanne translated into German. And then a friend in South America translated into Portuguese. That's how it happens. When there's something that is alive and recognized, it's nourished. And that's how these messages are sent. And now I have a surprise. It's a surprise for you, and it's a surprise for me. Robert and I have discovered a wonderful, wonderful sequence that we can follow, that I can bring his message directly to you. And what is that is he writes in impeccable handwriting, but very tiny. And then he takes a photograph of his writing and sends it in an email to me. And then I have finally learned how to download it and put it onto Word, where I can enlarge it so I can read it. And here's the final product, our gift to you. Maintaining a flow. The difference between can't get this to the beginning. And this, wait a minute. Meaning writing. Wait a minute. Robert, I think I need you. Oh, here we go. I want to play it. It's supposed to be an arrow. That was my surprise. That's being usurped a little by my computer. That's right. Go there. All right. And then go there. And there we go. Thank you so much.
Don't hold this.
Okay. Sunday, the 25th day of July, 2021. Robert wrote the following by hand. The difference between writing and speaking is the possibility of translating the unknown into the known and maintaining a flow that is unique in its presentation. As the words are formed by hand, the character of the writer and the source combined to present a picture as well as a flow that can only be displayed on the page for interpretation by the reader who is ready to either accept the flow and the message, or one who can connect through the writing directly to the source and retransmit the full depth of the handwritten expression. The number of factors expressed in any one writing session is beyond comprehension and therefore beyond consideration for anyone but the writer. However, the natural ability of a reader to express the totality of what is presented in what is written is far more beyond comprehension than is even considered or ever considered. Nothing is ever missed in the writing or reading process. When our when our natural skills are there to demonstrate their abilities. As we step forward into the flow, it is easy to see beyond the words and experiences and experience the full essence of what is being delivered. The story presents itself in its own unique way, even when there appears to be no real storyline on the surface. There is a new perspective in every line and a new possibility in every sentence, but the message is clear and concise and without confusion. This is our new way of being. There is a hidden factor in amongst all our interactions that reveals itself to those who are able to see into the new world. Their hidden factor is beyond explanation, but at the same time, easily recognizable, even when it is not readily understood. We can sense its presence, and our being is affected each time we feel its presence. There is a special sense of knowing that exists in the new world and speaks to us at a level beyond reason and logic, and acts as our world to actually change physical reality. It is beyond magic as we understand it, and it has no sense of reason in its application. The outcome of this special sense of knowing is never logical, and it never follows the laws of physics or of physical existence. It is simply a knowing that is capable of gathering all the magic of the universe and beyond and reformat everything to meet the full detail of your knowing and bring it into physical existence. As we work with our new sense of knowing, we realize it is far beyond desire or need, and it forms itself as an immovable force in our new world. This type of knowing has a feeling of reality that surpasses all known physics and can change the world and the physical body to accommodate its purpose. Somewhere in the depth of our private world, there is a knowing that surpasses all reasoning and holds a picture that will come to life, even if it is beyond all possibility, as you see it at this moment. If we go into detail, we will suddenly switch worlds. And trap ourselves in the old world of desire and reasoning, where force is required to move mountains. However, a quick laugh will switch you back and allow you to settle with the sense of knowing that has no real form and grows from day to day to form what you could never have described at any point along the way. And, in quotation marks, I know still remains as the driving factor that changes the world and ignores every event or circumstance, providing everything the new world can offer and ignoring the old world with all its restrictions. Format everything to meet the full detail of your knowing and bring it into physical existence. As we work with our new sense of knowing, we realize it is far beyond desire or need, and it forms itself as an immovable force. Sorry about that repeat, but I just felt that I wanted to share that with you. And I apologize for the hesitation, but that was my first reading of these words. And it is so powerful and so wonderful. And thank you for being here so that I can share them with you, because I know that everyone who hears these words and feels the meaning is that much closer to living what they know. Thank you so much for being here today. It was beyond a simple pleasure. It's what the world needs now. And with that, it is my honor to wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and an amazingly wonderful future. Thank you.